Welcome to Week 7, Planning Projects. Please read Chapter 13 and 16 in the Verzoo textbook and selected readings in the PMBOK. Chapter 13 in Verzoo is full of strategies for catching up, cutting cost, and shifting the balance between cost, schedule, and scope. Chapter 16 in Verzoo covers the project communication plan and team kickoff. In the Canvas Learning Management System this week, we are in Module 7, where you'll find the overview, agenda, assignments, and lectures for this week. Assignments include the readings, discussions, a quiz, and your next course project deliverables. Due this week is your communication plan. Also due this week is a recorded elevator speech on planning projects. This is your opportunity to show your boss that you've learned something in this class about planning projects. Recordings will be made inside the Canvas Learning Management Systems using your computer webcam. Please let me know by Wednesday 7/7 if you do not have a webcam and you need an alternative recording option. Balancing the trade-offs among cost, schedule, and scope involve the iron triangle and the triple constraints. These go back to the original PMBOK but are no longer found in the PMBOK. They are referred to as the Performance Measurement Baseline, and they're used as the benchmark to compare future measurements. Other constraints that you may find are quality, risk, resources, and customer satisfaction, along with anything that is unique to your project that will make you successful. A good tool for balancing the triple constraint is the flexibility matrix. I include a flexibility matrix in all my project charters. Here, in this example, cost is the least flexible. So there's very little chance that a change request would be accepted if you ask for more dollars. However, time is more flexible. So a PM could ask for more time or possibly change the scope in this situation. In Verzoo, he talks about balancing at the project level, and he gives 7 strategies. Number 1 is re-estimating the project. There will always be an opportunity to learn new things about the project, the deliverables, the project context, and you'll apply that knowledge and you can re-estimate as you go. This will lower the risk. However, do not re-estimate the project. Do not give in to pressure to superiors just because they ask you to. Number 2, you can add people to the project. This is like crashing, like more people to a wedding crashers, right? So more people to the party, this is going to increase your cost. However, keep in mind that there are laws of diminishing returns. For example, if I wanted to paint this room, I could probably do it faster with 2 or 3 people helping me. But if I got 10 people helping me to paint this room, we're probably just going to trip over each other and it may actually take longer. The third suggestion from Verzoo is to increase productivity by using internal experts. This is something that you always want to try to do, is seek out the most valuable, experienced people within your company and put them on the most complex and high-risk task. If you can't do that, number 4 is increase productivity by using external experts. Here you can seek out consultants like myself and ask them to bring in their expertise. However, remember, adding a vendor increases vendor risk, and you'll lose their experience once they leave. The 5th option is to outsource the entire project or large portions of it. Again, you would be hiring a company like mine to bring in experts to do part of the project. Number 6 is work overtime. This, unfortunately, is a company's first option. Ask people to work longer, harder. But it is not always the best option because it can cause burnout. It also increases cost and increases resource risk. And then the final option, number 7, is to crash the critical path. You focus all your attention on getting the most critical task done as soon as possible. Next in Verzoo is balancing at the business case level. If you can't balance at the project level, then re-examine the business case. You do this by first, number 1, reducing the product scope. What can you scale back in terms of deliverables? However, keep in mind that this may reduce the value of the product. Your second option is fast tracking, where you do more work in parallel. This also could increase risk to the project. The third option is a phased product delivery. Deliver a product in increments that have value every 2 to 3 weeks. This is very akin to Agile and Scrum. Do it twice, quickly and correctly, meaning that you do something quick and dirty first, and then you come back later and build the right product the right way because you've gained the knowledge that you needed. This is good in a first-to-market situation. Unfortunately, this creates what is known as tech debt, and a lot of organizations usually do not come along later and resolve that tech debt. The fifth option is change the profit requirements. This decision has to be made at the highest levels. There has to be strategic trade-offs of what is an acceptable profit, and you can't make that decision for the company. Next, Verzu talks about balancing at the enterprise level. Here, he's just rehashing several of the options that we've already discussed. Outsourcing, again, bringing outside consultants that are experts that can help you complete the project. Using phased product delivery, where you're delivering a product increment every 2 to 3 weeks that has value. You're using Agile, small batches, delivering more frequently. Third, reducing product scope. Once again, you're scaling back deliverables, potentially reducing the value of the product. Here, you have to be very careful and do a cost-benefit or a trade-off analysis before you reduce scope. Number 4 is using productivity tools. And this is very helpful in the software world or in the IT world where I work. You can bring in automated testing tools that will do a lot of the work for your team. In summary, make sure that you're balancing during the definition and planning phase, not at the end of the phases. Don't consider this a course correction. Basically, you are doing your job. You are doing project control. Stakeholders sometimes have to face the facts of what is possible and what is not possible. You don't want to sign up for a death march project. In closing, make sure that you continue to participate on the discussion board at least 4 times, responding to me and your peers. And again, don't forget that key takeaway item. Read responses and keep the conversation going all week. Watch for announcements, complete your quiz, your course project deliverables, and don't forget the extra assignment this week with the elevator pitch. Contact me anytime if you have questions. Thank you and have a great week.